Nice.
Nice.
It's Kim Possible, cow.
Oh my god.
Oh, 6.
Blocks and partners. Party in.
The analysis tool is gonna make fun of me for weaving in and eat food.
If it doesn't, I will.
Like, I probably should have done that before the poll.
Sides and healer stacks. Go to light. Knockback and partners. Let me get in. Partners. Blocks and healers. Go west.
Young man,
Sides and partners. Party out. Partners. Dark and light. We're gonna go to light. It's gonna be partners. Sides and healer stacks. Not yet, Cal. Not yet. Wait, never mind. I lied. It was yet.
Oh god, no.
Oh,
Hit it. Now. Before you die.
I forgot that. We still have another thing, or like another 5 seconds before.
Yeah, you gotta wait for Emissary's Will.
I did the same thing.
That was an okay warm-up, though.
But yeah,
I'm ready.
Be healer stacks. Blocks and healer stacks, go. Party in. Sides and partners. Go to light. Knock back, stay out.
Cool, I guess I'll just die then. It's on the diamond.
Stay out.
Hmm.
What?
What? He did the circle at the right spot too.
What?
All right.
Nope. I'm not gonna get res just to die again because I'm in a stack. You have 3 people.
Healer sex. Guardian. Sides and partners. Go to dark. Knockback and partners. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Just nope.
Nope. Or I did some really fast math in my head, and I didn't see that one happening.
You ran the simulation.
I did. I had the Omicrons help me out and everything. Healer sex. Party out. Sides and partners. Go to light. Knockback. Stay out. Stay out. As partners, baby. The light tether must have been on one of my group, and then I think I was like right on top of it, so I thought I had the dark tether. So I ran to where the dark tether was because I wasn't even paying attention. I'm just like, oh, I'm a tank and I got a tether. I'm in. Then I saw you run up there.
I was like telling, I don't think you belong here, but I mean, sure.
Hey, we're inclusive.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, that was my fault.
I wish I had a katana that looked like a cane.
Let's wait for the cane sword next expansion. It's gonna be blocks and partners. Party out. Into partners. Sides and partners. Go to dark. Knock back and stay out. Stay out. Gonna be clock's healer stacks. Southeast. Sides and healer stacks. Party in. We're gonna go to dark. Partners. Sides and partners. Ready for sticks right after. I got heart if you got veil. Dark current. Swap sides, gang. I'm gonna fit here. Blocks and healers.
Stance is off.
Already out. Partners. Sides and healer stacks. Go to light. Go to middle. Towers. East west. Knock back into partners. Go to east. Sides and partners.
I don't have sugar.
Clocks and healer stacks. Smoke him if you got him. That other limit would be great. Thank you. First
Perfect
try.
every time.
Beautiful.
I managed to not majorly fuck up my mechanic. Or rotation. That's a mechanic, right? Rotation is a mechanic.
Battle is one of the mechanics of the game, yeah? Ah.
Twine.
Hey.
Finally, hadn't won one.
Nice.
Probably.
That was number 7.
I think next week's a guaranteed Twine upgrade too, so we'll have 4 next week, which would be nice.
Alright, are we going in? Yeah.
Hang on. I gotta upgrade my weapon.
This is gonna be pretty much blind for me.
I gotta
No,
grab some
it's
water.
not going to be blind because we're going to be telling you what to do. This is going to be hand-holding. And then you're going to find out
Okay.
how bad we are at this, and then you're going to be like, well, why should I listen to anything they have to say?
I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Gotta do some stuff.
Cal's not that kind of guy.
We're not that far in, anyways.
Guess you have 5 minutes.
You better watch that video on double speed.
Okay.
I just threw them a cut.
Hector starts talking to me like a
Yeah, try not to fall asleep.
Yeah. Hector starts talking to you like he actually has some pep in his step.
an auctioneer.
Like the Micro Machines guy.
I need a direct hit materia,
Oh
I-
God.
and I will get it.
I got you a direct hit materia.
No, I already got it. Don't worry. I evaluated what the sitch was, and I took care of it. Could meld speed though.
Wait, you mean your weapon doesn't have speed on it?
It's got a little bit of speed on it.
But there's room for 36 more, is what you're saying.
It's just room for a lot more on this. Oh, I can dye it now. Hell yeah.
I think it's got to be the cherry pink.
Metallic orange, you say?
Wait, hang on a second. This one's the like salt and pepper shakers, so. It has to be gunmetal. Actually, that looks really bad.
Yeah.
Normally gunmetal looks pretty good on things, but the fact that like it's got this sort of splotchy pattern on the blade,
It's like a faded paint, yeah.
it's like, wow, you don't take care of your weapon at all, do you?
Look, man. Sometimes you take care of the weapon, sometimes the weapon takes care of you. It's his turn right now.
Like sometimes
Shoddy
there's
workmanship.
only one row of footprints in the sand, and Jesus is like, that's when I carried your scrub ass.
Yeah, there were only 7 pairs of footprints in the sand because we carried Cow.
Very true. Yeah, I talked to this repairman. It took a good 3 seconds for me to open the menu.
Oh, your ping's that bad tonight?
Yeah. I was playing RuneScape earlier. It
Jesus.
wasn't like I didn't notice anything.
Cow, when are we playing RuneScape together?
Dude, anytime you want. I will make
Oh,
a
yeah.
duo group Iron Man with you. We will go so hard.
Oh man.
I mean, you guys are making me want to play Ragnarok Online again.
God, dude, play RuneScape online.
Old school specifically. Not the pay to win one.
On a P-serve, I hope.
On a what?
Private server?
Oh no. That's where you go if you want to do PvP. If you hate PvP, you play the official server.
For the Care Bears?
Exactly.
I'm doing a hardcore Iron Man duo with my cousin, Cow.
I'm back.
Oh, nice.
And I went down into those caves and my candle exploded and killed me.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
That's one way to get out of a RuneScape game. It's like, sorry, we were playing hardcore. Oop, got something else to do.
We have an extra life still because there were 2 of us, but
Should have crafted a bullseye lantern.
I don't know how. Okay.
Well, obviously you need a bull's eye.
This guy gets it.
I'm gonna take your eye in a second, Tam. Yeah, that's a shame this thing dies like crap, though. It's a really cool gunblade otherwise.
Oh, the Tom one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very spinny.
Seem to be the theme. Things that spin. My pizza cutter spins quite fast too.
Hell, I wish for the augmented they added like a fourth one of the spinny things onto this, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Damn shame.
Where are all the cool kids hanging out?
In my dorm room.
FC house.
I'm gonna go to.
I was spending some time in Ulda, and apparently there's just like a group of people who just live there in front of the flames wearing like the frog head.
This doesn't even surprise me.
So I'm looking at them right now.
Oh, that's right. I remember this FC house. Uh, you guys have 3 auras and a Makote in here. Oh, and a Midlander. Hi, Midlander. I didn't see you.
We found out the like vendors.
Yeah.
That's because I had nothing to do with it.
I'm not, I'm not complaining. Like, I like Aura as much as the next anybody.
Where'd you go?
I think he's in our FC house.
I am in the place.
Oh,
I'm stealing everything that's not nailed down right now.
I'm on top of the place, watching you steal everything.
I'll cut you in if you don't sell me out.
It's a good deal.
I don't even have a house.
Dude, Sam.
I used to have one, and then I let it go.
We have offered to buy you an apartment, Cal.
Yeah.
You don't have the right glamour for that, Tam. North Kanata's thing.
I
What?
just kind of sit there to rot though if I had an apartment. I love the song.
That's a nice story.
I like it too. Okay. Well, if we
I'm a little short for you, but it's okay.
Say to my kneecap. Huh?
I guess that was pretty
More
good.
accurate.
Alright, Cal, what have you seen of this fight? Hey, Carrot, do you mind being the lazy lasers this time?
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, let's just pull. We can explain things as we go. Because I don't remember enough about this fight to like explain what's happening without seeing it.
Good luck, everybody, on the tethers.
Oh, this could be fun.
Ugh.
No, stay back. Stay.
Sure.
Yeah, you gotta stay up front to bait the lasers, so that we don't bait the lasers.
It's easier to do that on Summoner. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Look at this part, you mean? Just make your tether stretchy. Go straight across.
That. Okay.
Never mind.
That's triangles.
Okay. So, to explain that, there's going to be 4 ads on roughly the cardinals, slightly offset, that have tethers to 4 people. 2 light, 2 dark. If you have a tether, your job is easy. You just want your tether to be straight across, north, south, or east, west from the ad you're tethered to. It should be a straight line parallel to these lines on the floor. If you are not, then you will have a icon that tells you what color tower you're going to drop. The goal of this exercise is to drop a tower on the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4, so that you are next to the person who has the opposite colored tether. So let's suppose Midori got a dark tether and I got a light tower. If Midori was there, I would be dropping my tower here so that Midori could jump into my tower once it's done. Once the tower is dropped, you just step out of the tower and you're done with the mechanic. Because you can't both drop a tower and take your own tower. You will die and the raid will wipe. Now, there's 2 and 2, which raises an issue, which is we need a priority for who is getting which tower. Or sorry, the towers have a priority for where they're dropping it. So essentially, if the person closest to 1 is opposite of your color as DPS, you will drop it at 1. If the person at 4 is opposite your color, you'll drop it at 4. Otherwise, you're going to 3. And this is because the tanks and healers are doing the opposite priority. They will drop theirs at 2 or 3, and if both of those are not correct, then they will go to 4. So we will have 1 DPS at 4. Sorry, the DPS at 1, and then a tank or healer at 4. Does that much make sense?
I think so.
So you have a 50% chance of being at 1 if you have a tower marker, and you have a 25% chance of being at 4, and 25% chance of being at 3.
But you will never be at 2.
Yep.
Ever. Unless you not if you're dropping a tower. Your tether might make you go there though.
And after the towers disappear, there are still 2 ads up at the north, and you don't want to be in a line from them because they do a quarter arena line attack.
Yeah. So you see where these little faint lines here are on the floor? Those are basically your lanes to look out for. So like everything here is one, everything here is like another.
It's also with the waymarks. So
Yeah.
just stand on one side of the waymark or the other. They're wide enough that you will not be on the line.
And it's always staggered too, so it's always death, life, death, life. Like it's never like two safe zones next to each other or two death zones next to each other.
Let's do it and see if we have any questions. These polls are still relatively quick. Front.
Front Cal. Go front. Front Cal. Gotta go to the front, Cal. Yeah, just stay with Kanata.
Are you saying that I'm spicy and you're a square?
Alright, tethers. So Cal, you'll be a yeah. There you go, just like that. Perfect. Okay, you can't stand on the tower.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, what's next? Oh, the boss is gonna rotate. That's what's next.
Cow, just
change.
follow me for the next mechanic, and then I'll tell you where to stand. Okay? It's fine.
Do your 2 minutes here.
In and spread. Cow, stand right on top of me right now. Stay there. Okay, now we're dead. In and out. Look, I just wanted to let him see some of the mechanic.
Alright, so there's gonna be, I assume you remember normal mode, and that the chain things, it looks reminiscent of normal mode, right?
Kind of.
Alright, so there's,
the donuts are in, and then
yeah, so
that's all.
balls are out, donuts are in. There's going to be 3 things that we need to resolve. So the first one is going to be, there's 2 chains going into a donut or a ball. So if it's the donut, it's in. If it's the ball, it's out. And then it's going to be either you're stacking with your partner or you're spreading for 8 ways.
Here,
So in
let's
that
do
case-
let's do our 8 ways on the 4 right here. So these ones are a little bit wonky. So you're gonna be like here. It's because Black Mage strats. And then for the partners, I'll rotate into you. Now we might have to be closer or farther away depending on in or out. If we have to be out, just stand in like the middle of the arena with the boss basically, and I'll be there for you.
Okay.
Yeah. The explosion is much larger. The out is larger than it looks like, and the in is smaller than it looks like. So like the out, you have to be like this far out, and the in, you have to be like this far in. And the waymarks are not exactly where the balls are, so it's centered on the ball or the torus thing, not on the waymark. So that's the first of the 3 things we're resolving. The second of 3 things, after the first one resolves, you'll get a debuff, and that will be either white or red. Okay, so light is left, red is right. Light left, red right. Okay, so let's again assume that 4 is where the next donut is. If you have light, anything but lasers, you're going to the left side. And you're just going to stand like here-ish. Basically, enough that you won't get clipped by the other side. And then same thing, red, you'll be on this side. Now if you have lasers, you have a special job, which is you're trying to share your laser with the 3 people that have the other color debuff, and you need to be in front. So let's suppose Kanata has the light debuff. Kanata and 2 other people have the light debuff, and I have the red debuff, the red laser. I will stand here. The other 3 people will stand on top of each other behind me. And we're still inside a donut, so it's pretty tight. And then whoever has the light laser will stand in front of the 3 other people. Oh no, Tam's got it. Oh no, Tam just brought the light laser into the party. We all died.
Wait, what?
Tam's
I saw the square. I was like, I thought it was a light thing.
Anyway, so yeah,
Cracker.
that's the
Square
general
cracker.
idea for the second one is the lasers go in front and the lasers are backwards. But for everything but the laser, light is going to be on the left, red is on the right. Then we have the third one.
Well, so hold on. Just to be clear, the what we're doing here is we're going to be going from one number, rotate 90 degrees around the boss, and then rotate 90 degrees around the boss to do the third one in the same direction. Right? So the first one can be either in or out. The second one is always in. And then the third one is going to be either in then out or out then in. While we're doing this rest of this stuff. So the second one that we're just talking about, it's always in. That's why we're talking about, left and right always being like here and here.
Okay. So
Alright,
for the
go ahead.
so say we're rotating like counterclockwise in this case, and so then we end up at 2. So then we're handling the lasers and the light and dark debuffs at 2.
So if the first mechanic was at 4, then we were going counterclockwise, the second mechanic would be at 1, and then the third mechanic would be at 2.
But we could also rotate the other direction.
Right.
I got you.
So we just
So-
need to look out for which one is the donut. Is the donut
Mhm.
going to 1 or is the donut going to 3?
Hmm.
And no one ever calls it, so you actually have to look.
Okay. So
I
then
don't
let's
know
say,
why, but no one.
I could call it if you want.
I don't know where he's doing
that'd be
now.
much appreciated.
But it's helpful
Okay.
for the people when we get subs, probably.
I think, aren't we calling something else out there at the same time? There's a lot going on there.
Not during that portion.
No, I think most of us are trying to figure out how to do all the movement, look
Yeah,
at our
well,
debuffs, and
yeah.
also do our 2 minutes at the same time.
Oh, that's
Right.
right.
That's the important thing that happens immediately after resolving the first mechanic, which is the partners or spreads in or out, is you will get a debuff and you need to figure out which one of 4 spots you go to based on your debuff. That's going to be left back, left front, right back, or right front inside the second donut. So, like, don't worry about your DPS at that point. Eventually you'll need to do the 2 minute rotation during while moving, essentially. But for now, just after resolving the
fun.
first one, figure out, are you going to 3, and then which spot are you going to stand? Because that's where we wipe a lot, is just like one person was in the wrong spot and then someone died, and then no one can resolve the last mechanic.
Yeah, it's real easy to get the lasers backwards or get your color backwards.
Yeah. And I'm assuming when you say left, right, that's boss relative where we're facing inward?
Yeah, it's
Correct.
always facing inward.
Okay.
And it's always going to be on one of the numbered corners. So,
And one more trick about that is that, so it's left for light and right for red, but you'll notice that if the lasers happen to work out, so that if you look at the graphic of the laser, the top 2 icons that in the picture that Telly posted, you'll notice the light laser actually points to the right, which is where you actually want to be. You want to be on the right side with the light laser, because you're trying to hit the red group.
That's going to help me so much, I'll be honest.
So
I
basically,
would have
it's
never noticed.
left light, red right, unless you have a laser, and then just do what the icon says.
Huh.
alright. So, the third mechanic after that, the people who started with the like little person looking icon, that means that you did not have a tower or a laser. It will either be all DPS or all support. So the people who, if you had the little person looking icon, then you're going to be dropping a holy after the third mechanic. The lasers and towers are going to resolve the tower mechanic. So it's similar to what we had in the previous thing, where one person will drop a tower and then the person with the opposite thing will get in that tower. Since we already had people going left, if you had the red laser, and left if you had the light tower, you basically go to the same side that you did before. So if you're on the left side for the previous mechanic, you're going to go to the left side, and if you were on the right side for the previous mechanic, you're going to go to the right side. While this is happening, there's going to be a donut and a ball going towards the middle at the same time, but one of them's shorter. So it's either going to be the donut goes off first and then the ball, so in then out, or the opposite where you have to stay out until you see the explosion and then get in to resolve the next mechanic. So the important thing here is where people are going to stand, where the towers are going to be dropped, and then where you move after everything, after the in-out goes off. So I'll start with the towers. If you have the tower debuff, we'll assume that it's at 4 again. So let's suppose I had the red tower. I'm on the right side. If it is out then in, I'll let the explosion go off, and then I will run in to be on the inside of the donut, and then as soon as the donut goes off, I'll step out a little bit and drop the tower, and then I'll step out a little bit more. The people who have the lasers on the donut one are just going to stay in the middle, and they're going to wait until the tower drops, and then you get into the tower that was on your side. And that's the reason why the person is moving out, is so they don't drop a tower so that it overlaps the middle. And the laser people stay in the middle because that's the safest spot for them to wait for a tower. If it's in then out, then obviously we're all going to be in the middle a little bit, and then the towers are going to get dropped outside of the explosion. The person who is taking the tower wants to run so that they are not getting hit by where the tower is dropping. So you can run past the person, or you can run a little bit in front of the person, but try to stay in that sort of like, the towers are getting dropped sort of like 90 degrees. So like if we start at 4, we're going to drop the tower kind of like here-ish on the outside, close to the C marker. So the other person can wait like over here, or they can try to run past C, but you can't stay in or you'll get hit by the explosion. And there's a couple seconds before the tower drops. It's like you have enough time to dodge each other, but you don't have enough time to, like, you know, do run back in or anything weird or fancy like that. So that's the general idea for the towers and lasers. For the people who have the markers, it's a lot simpler. Just based off of your roll, essentially, you will always run out the same direction relative to the boss. So since you're on the left side back, after the out in or in out, you're just gonna, like, chill out, like just head out to this side of the arena and then just kind of keep going, so that you're dropping the holy
Just drop
away
your
from yeah, just edge of the arena. As
He
long
doesn't
as
need to
you're-
be in melee range, so. Yeah.
and then it will hit you and nobody else, and that's the plan.
So the so the person dropping the holy gets hit by the laser, but not the tower, and the people taking the lasers or baiting the lasers soak the tower after it's dropped.
So the lasers only go off during the second mechanic. The people who have the holies cannot take a tower, which is why the people who had the lasers are taking the towers.
Oh, okay, so there's not another laser going on. It's just the ones who had it are now taking the tower.
Correct.
Okay.
So the important thing for the third mechanic is just making sure that no one is overlapping each other. You don't have to worry about, like, soaking anything as a group.
How big are the holies, rough?
They're pretty
Big.
big. So,
So, like-
you can't dance around with it. I know it's hard because we're ranged physical, but like, you kind of just need to chill so that the tower people can get to their spot without having to worry about running into you or me.
If you're standing here, it will not quite hit the 4-way mark, but it'll be close-ish. So, like,
It'll
this
hit
is
Kanata.
it will definitely.
Yeah,
hit
you'd hit
Kanata.
Kanata.
Okay, that's one of those mechanics I'm definitely gonna have to see that a few times. And
Yeah.
the previous one.
They're
And the
big.
one
They're
before
just they're not like exoflares or anything, but like they're just big.
The holy is the easier of the mechanics to
So
resolve
it's
because
so easy.
you always just run to the same spot if you have the holy, right? Because we've already picked out where our spots are, so you know that I'm never going to run where you're going to run, and neither is any of the other DPS. And as long as you're not interfering with where your spot over here will not interfere with the people who are resolving the towers. So that's the easy part.
It's also boss relative though, so.
Yes. The only challenge is if you get a tower or a laser, making sure that the tower and laser get dropped at the right spot, that they don't get clipped by the donut or the circle, that they don't clip each other when the tower drops. The tower is pretty small, so it's a lot easier to dodge the tower. But, it's just one of those things where seeing it a few times will lead to consistency.
Yeah.
So feel free to ask questions after we give it a few more polls.
Sounds good. Oh, one more question I do have. From Paradigm 1. Haven't quite figured that one out yet.
That's the one with the get to the front or the back.
Oh, did the tanks just handle the lasers for that one?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So to explain what's happening in that, the little dice things spawn in the middle, and then they turn into ads that rush to either the north side of the platform or the south side of the platform. The closest two people to each of those will get hit by a laser from one of the sides, and they fire off in pairs. So the tanks can take two lasers back to back because they can use invulns, and like the second hit would normally kill you because you get a magic stack. We're doing what's called lazy lasers, where I will take one of the hits for one of the tanks, and it's perfectly fine for any person to get hit by one of the lasers. And that just means that the other tank who's taking hits after that can take auto attacks from the boss without getting completely demolished.
I see.
So,
So up front, we only have to worry about the wing AoEs.
right. So Kanata is going to call front or back. If it's front, you need to hang out by the A-way marker on the side of the arena that is not. I mean, it's going to be where everyone's standing. Basically, stand on that, and the calls are going to be early, late, or chill. If it's early, then after the first, like, half arena cleave goes off, you just swap to the other half and stay there for the rest. If it's late, you wait until 2 go off and then you swap, and if it's chill, you just stay where you're at for all 3 hits. And that's always going, the wing patterns always go from the bottom to the top on this first one, which is like opposite of what happens in normal mode. In normal mode, it always goes from top to bottom, and the sort of tell that's going to matter later is if it goes from top to bottom, she doesn't flip. If she goes from bottom to top, she will rotate 180 degrees for each of the things, which means the middle, like, tell on her wings is a lie. It's backwards.
Wow. And so for this one, there's only 1 or 0 movements.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, that seems easy.
Later on, when we get the like top to bottom, there will be at least 1 movement and possibly 2. It'll be early, late, or zigzag.
Alright, I think I get a pretty good idea of the first 2 things now.
I was out of that.
Hidden partners. I'm gonna go clockwise. In and out.
So just checking, but do you know what debuff you had? And do you know how to resolve it?
I kind of panicked, but I think I have the light hole.
Alright, so if you have the
So I
light
should
holy,
I should have
Where
gone
do
to
you
the left and kind of back towards the edge of the arena.
So you go to left. Well, first on the second one, you go to the left in the back, inside the donut.
Uh,
And then for the third one, after resolving the in out, then you go to the left and edge of the arena.
okay, yeah. Yeah, for the second one, I completely missed that.
Tower.
You know what? That was probably me. The more I think about it, that was probably me. I was so busy looking at Cow and being like, oh my god, I'm so proud of him for getting this right that I just missed mine. Yeah, sure. Good job though, Kyle. That was perfect. I'm not watching you anymore.
I'll look out for number one.
Carrot, I'm not watching you either right now, buddy.
No, my position is.
Look, Salenta, I'm sorry about your positionals, alright? But you got 2 charges in True North. I need you to use one.
But I don't know if it's gonna happen.
You can always tell when it's gonna happen. I can tell you when it's gonna happen if you want.
I can't tell if it's gonna happen.
Alright, I'll tell you anytime it's gonna happen.
Okay.
I got you.
We have a code north. We have a code north. Oh my god. No, what the? Well,
Gamers?
on the plus side, I don't have to worry about doing a 1 GCD filler. On the minus side, I just spent an entire GCD just like trying to get my mouse to stop like doing that weird right click bug.
problem is, since I don't know it's coming, I can't like hit it early, and if I only see it with half a second, so.
You're good.
And then spread.
In and spread. We're gonna go counterclockwise. In then out. Good enough.
So this one's down, bottom up, so it's going to be the same as the first.
And then chill.
And there's no lasers going on during this one.
Tanks out. Party's
So
in.
all the DPS and healers go into the middle. What is this part? I have no recollection of this
Paradigm of
place.
3.
Are we
She's going
losing
back
half
middle.
the platform?
Ah, yes. Okay. you need to watch a video.
How stay with the group?
You're gonna get a tether. Make a little crisscross with your tether. If you can go straight across, do it. If
Dark
you can't,
towers.
Oh gosh, this is not down there.
You don't want to stand there, Cal.
I got chomped. Well,
Oh,
this looks fun.
all right. So you see the shape of the platforms where it's like alternating,
Be right back.
like ziggity zag, right?
Yeah.
So for this one, there's
There's
gonna
another
be.
picture for this, by the way.
I was gonna say, I think we also have like 2 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. This is going really fast, really well. So yeah, scrolling up to the screenshot that I posted on what 8:30, you see that like the two tethers that can go straight across without falling into a pit do so. So that's going to be the like R1 and M2 in that diagram, and you go only just barely far enough so that the tether turns purple or whatever the not purple is. You know, it turns to the thing where you're not going to die. It says you've pulled it far enough. And then the people who have the other tethers of the same color are going to go to make a little sort of like crisscross X shape in the